All right, we're going to have a look at this. Now, I mentioned this last night. I was looking for the break above these VWAP lines, the pullback, and we did get that, but it was short-lived. That's the breakout there, pullback, break above VWAP. Just quickly going to show you what it looks like over here with our indicators. No signals on this one here so much, but we definitely got these sell signals kicking in here. They were nice. And if you're looking for the break under VWAP, that happened just here. Always looking for a VWAP cluster breakout. So what we're going to do now is look for another opportunity. But just quickly, if you go to anthonyfx.com/gold-ea-bot and check that out, right? That's available. We can connect your MetaTrader 4 to this EA. It's giving us some really nice results. So back over here, and we'll do this one on TradingView. Okay, so yeah, in my last video here, I was looking for this pullback. There it is there. And in that video, I talked about the VWAP. This is yellow lines, anchored VWAP. Well, we got that break above VWAP here, and a little bit of a move, which was nice. If you're trading futures, that would equate to about, well, it's not going to give us an accurate thing because we're on the CFD. Anyway, what we've got is this pullback now, and we're going to have a look for another opportunity. So I'm just going to remove all the drawings, and we'll go out, have a look at the daily, get our bearings. Yeah, this is pretty bearish. All right, my target is going to be this low down in here. I'm bearish, so we'll set that up as a target. I'll just make it a point of interest. Yeah, something like that. 1 pixel. There you go. There's a potential target. And my trade plan. All right, now this is starting to trend down. Clearly, we have this going on. Right. So if you have a look back here, break of structure, and I would want this to do something like this. Well, I mean, there's a continuation. Even if we get a bit closer to it, let's just go to a 15-minute. I'll just scrunch that up. Bit of a trade plan. Yeah, it's already kind of made a move, but you just want to watch this as it trends down. You've got this pullback. So you can just mark these up with a parallel like that. And it's a simple matter of wait for the structural break. Right? So it pulls back, and then that line gets compromised, where you can just use a trend line. Just pull it along here, grab the trend line, just pull it through. Let's pick up 1, 2, 2 or 3 touches. And when it breaks, you've got this price action. So what I'm waiting for now is this to do something like this. Since we've got a bit of a channel, I want to see a lower low, and then this to pull back, okay, something like that, and then I'll be looking to short it. So what you've got, if we grab a anchored volume profile, I'm just going to take the high. All right, we've got this value range through here, and what I want to see is this come back and reject under here, and then that's target number 1. That'll be the trade plan. Right, so that hopefully pulls back, something like that, however it works out. And then just wait for exactly the same thing. So it pulls back and you get a break of structure, BOS. That's it, pretty much. That's your break of structure here. Same thing there. Right? So I would look for a short as long as it fails under this value range, fails under here, come back, and then, well, actually, I would even go in here, sell. No, it's sell. I would take that back up here, something like that. That's my plan. All right, so you got target 1 down here, and if that's a sell, stop would just go above. See this value range through here? That's well, if that's too tight, just take. See how it moves all the way back in here. That could be a stop loss level there. That's usually these low value nodes are usually a good area in terms of support and resistance. So target 1 would be 1.7R, and then I would look for like if you grab a fib retrace, go to the low, if that's the low, wherever that is, right? And I'm looking for that pullback into the 50 to 61.8. And then I've got, see this 50 under here, right? That's a measured move. So that would be target 1, and then 100 would be target number 2. So what that is, that's, if we got a fib, we've got a high to the low, pullback, 50% of that, that's equilibrium. And then you've got measured move down here, see? So these are this high to low, right? So A, B, C, D, measured move. And then the extended move down into this here. So I'll just show you what I've done on my fib so you can use it. It's pretty simple. In fact, I should brighten that up a little bit. It's a bit dark. And that one can go up as well. Yeah, that's kind of it, more or less. And 61.8, yeah, brighten that up. 50 to the 61.8, really important levels. Maybe even make it yellow. Yeah, so pull back into here. It coincides with the low of the value area. Anyway, that's my my take on gold. If that plays out, that would be nice. Yeah, comment. Let me know what you think. Are we on the same page? Just and just keep an eye on, like, when it trades back, how it breaks structure. Then get involved. You know, I mean, that could be here. It could be a little higher, right? Who knows? But yeah, just use common sense. And whatever you do, don't overextend yourself in terms of risk. Keep it. That's the thing, you know, like, if you trade with big lot sizes, there's so much more at stake, and you tend to get emotionally involved, and that's when you come unglued. If you trade with big lot sizes, you'll end up blowing your account. Well, I don't want to say that. You know, you'll do that, but most people, that's what happens to them. If you keep your trading conservative, there's less risk and less emotional. Yeah, you don't get so emotionally involved. I trade with 0.1% risk, 0.2% risk. And so I don't get emotionally involved, and it's just a matter of slowly growing the account and let compounding growth do the thing. If you go in there with a big, you know, you go in there with one lot, you're going to get incredibly stressed if it goes negative on you. And then you lose control because you get emotionally involved, and the stress factor is magnified. And therefore you can't, you know, that's the psychology of trading. That's where you come unstuck. So keep your trade position sizes conservative, and keep your stress level down, and yeah, be consistent with that. That's after, you know, I've been trading for a long time, and that's one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn. It took me years to get that, guys. Okay, on blue accounts, I traded with big sizes for a very long time. Okay. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah, it took a long time to learn that. But yeah, if I could pass something on, that's definitely it. Anyway, that's my take on gold. Hope you have a great day. Safe trading, and see you in the next one. Don't forget to comment.